Akash. Stay tuned. I'm going to introduce that man to you in just a bit. The strategic implications are significant. Project Kusha strengthens India's defense self-reliance, expands projects for military bases, strategic infrastructure and major population centers. That's what it's going to protect, and places India amongst a select group of countries that are capable of developing indigenous long-range surface-to-air missile systems. Its modular architecture also promises lower production and life cycle costs for the armed forces. And these are some of the current limitations. Not many, but let's point them out as well, highlight them. This is only just the beginning. Today's success marks the first major milestone, but several developmental and user trials they still lie ahead. Operational induction is expected between 2028 and 2030. The system will also have to integrate seamlessly with India's existing S-400, the Barak-8 and the Indian Air Force's integrated air command and control system, whilst future upgrades will focus on tackling emerging threats like maneuvering hypersonic weapons. That's something we still need to decode. And ultimately, Project Kusha is envisioned, like I've been saying, as the long-range backbone of the mission. Sudarshan Chakra, India's ambitious plan to create a fully integrated, multi-layered national defense shield. In this architecture, ballistic missile systems and the Kusha M3 will form the outer shield. M1 and M2 variants will protect the middle layer. Barak-8 and MR SAM will provide inner layer coverage, whilst the Akash, the QR, quick response SAMs and the very short range heads and future laser weapons will defend critical assets at close range. So, has India taken a decisive step towards joining the world's elite league of nations capable of building a comprehensive indigenous air defense ecosystem? And what still needs to be done to achieve before Project Kusha becomes fully operational? To understand all of that, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you Group Captain V.N. Jha, Senior Scientist, former Joint Director, DRDO. Many thanks, Group Captain. Long time no see. I hope you're keeping well. Sir, this is such a major development. After Operation Sindoor, all one could talk about were the drone warfare, the changing grammar of warfare, how we needed air defense. Defense is the biggest offense. All of those, idioms came to light. Help us decode Project Kusha, the importance, and how soon will that Sudarshan Chakra setup be complete?
Very good evening, Kabir. It is always a pleasure to be with you. Your mind-stimulating questions that I'm not sure whether I will be able to answer.
You're too kind, Group Captain. You're too kind. I understand your modesty.
But look, this Project Kusha is not in isolation of India's indigenous effort. Start from QR-SAM, which has got a range of 3 kilometers to 30 kilometers. Akash air defense system, that also is about 30 kilometers range. Advanced air defense system, Ashwin, that is in the vicinity of 15 to 40 kilometers. Prithvi air defense system, Pradyumna, that goes to 80 to 150 kilometers.
Yeah.
And then, of course, this Kusha comes up there. Its Mark 1 will be about 150, as you mentioned. Mark 2 will be 250, and Mark 3 will be about 350 to 400 kilometers in the initial phase.
Yeah.
As a scientist, look, I'm not the project member of this particular project, so you cannot say that I know anything which is inside the story. But if I go by the version how DRDO works, DRDO's first missile for the BrahMos was 280 kilometers or 290 kilometers, and present version is going to be about 900 kilometers. So those things we are going to see the changes in coming days. So Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, these have already been worked out. There could be subsequently another marks. This Kusha is surface to air. There could be in future air to air as well with various aerial platform.
Yeah.
And of course, there is a S-400, which is already working in the range of about 400 odd kilometers.
And there's a big question with the S-400 also, Group Captain. Project Kusha, everybody is talking about whether it's India's answer to S-400. It's not there to replace it. We're complementing the S-400 with this.
Surely. It is not a replacement for S-400. But we may, in future, have much more advanced system than the S-400.
Yeah,
for example, BrahMos was 280, 290 kilometers. Today it is 900 kilometers with a similar technology, without much of differences. It is only how to curtail or tailor the entire subsystems that it works out with there. So, Kusha is not a replacement, but it may be the answer to the subsequent development. We are talking of S500,
Yeah.
tomorrow it will come S600. So, Kusha itself could answer many such answers. Now, coming back to Kusha. Uh, look, India has got its own indigenous AAR, air-to-air missiles,
Yes.
air-to-air missiles AM, and it also has the BVR missiles, various Astra starting, and then Mica replacement, Astra Mark 1, 2, 3. And this is the surface-to-air missile, which has got a potential to be converted into air-to-air as well, because everything that a missile needs is being right now dealt with by the DRDO. Every system, missile essentially needs a propulsion system having the compatible skin, aerodynamic control system. We already have in various missiles.
Yeah,
The navigation
yeah.
control in 3D, whether it is the laser ring based or the INS based, inertial navigation system based, integrated computing system. We have got the best of the aerial computers that is in the miniaturized form. It is already working in that guidance system, whether it is preset, command, navigation,
Understood. Yes.
beam rider, everything. Target acquisition, we have got the best of the target acquisition, and there this particular Kusha comes because it is the fragmentation on proximity.
So, Group Captain, if we have best of the best in all the departments, what are some of the limitations? Let's also highlight those, because, I mean, these are not hurdles or obstacles. These are just limitations. And we've seen the DRDO, overcome them with, great agility, mobility. One, for instance, my layman understanding is, maybe you can help the viewers understand better, is that the Kusha will have some sort of troubles because there are still many trials left. It will have some sort of troubles intercepting some high supersonic, gliding maneuvering targets. Is that so?
Kabir, I will not be able to discuss any limitation that the Kusha has. To my knowledge, Kusha is much more advanced than the systems that I already discussed with you, including Prithvi 1.
Yeah.
Got the range of 180
Okay.
kilometers. It can kill the ballistic missiles much above in the space itself. So it is much more advanced than what it is at. And surely on media, I can't discuss what is the limitation, but this is a very high-ended advanced version of BVR missile, which has got the potential to be much more advanced, very
Understood.
specific to killing any type of missile that is coming towards you. And remember, there is one KS-175 missile which Russia has got, which they had given to us also. Our own Novator system, onto which DRDO is right now working, I believe it is much more advanced than what Russians have, and it is a evac killer. Should there be any evac airborne in Pakistan airspace anywhere, the Kusha system or some similar system should be able to knock it down there in their own airspace.
You know what, Group Captain, the Sudarshan Chakra setup, before I let you go, I do want to understand, this Project Kusha, it's expected to become the backbone, the pillar of the Sudarshan Chakra mission. How transformative could that integrated shield? I mean, you've got the Golden Dome for US, you've got the Iron Dome, the David Sling, you've got the THAAD, the Patriot, the HQ-9. I mean, the list goes on and on. S-400 triumph with Russia and how it, it outperformed the Chinese counterpart in Pakistan with Operation Sindoor. India's integrated shield and the strategic deterrence over the next decade, when finally Kusha comes and makes this entire mission Sudarshan Chakra alive. Help us imagine that.
Kabir, once PM has given a call of Sudarshan Chakra, 3-layer air defense system, PM doesn't speak much onto these things because these are usually dealt with behind the curtains. Now, you can take a hint. The various missiles just now we have discussed is also being boosted by INS Dhruva, INS naval craft, naval ship. And it has got a missile tracking system which can identify which missile is coming, whether it is nuclear capable missile or not, much before it comes anywhere in Indian airspace, including the space arena. So we have already INS Dhruva or INS Anvesh, which are like this. We, for the short range, we have got D4 system, DRDO's D4 system I'm talking of, which we used in Operation Sindoor. It has got the DEW, directed energy weapon. It has got the various cannons, and it has got the jamming of the incoming, aerial targets as well. So this is to start with. Then go to Zulka 23, go to Kab, Shilka, Tungushka, Strela. All these are giving you more and more range. But more important than that, it is giving you various layers of the air defense that we already have in India. Of course, Pichora 1 to 5 was the one which now is on the way out. But in that place, this particular Kusha will come and sit absolutely fantastically. And of course, 3 squadron worth of order has already been given for the Mark 1. In the coming days, there will be much more order of Mark 2 and Mark 3 and the advanced version that I was hinting to you what may finally be coming. So all those things, Indian defense is in a very good hands.
All right.
He has given us that look insight into Atmanirbhar Bharat with respect to the armed forces, our defense system, and PM has given 2 boosts. One is Viksit Bharat by 47, and right now he has given us a call of Atmanirbhar Bharat, where the entire DRDO, entire machinery is working to integrate all these systems together, what you term as Indian Air Control and Command System, integrated control system. So that is what it is going to be there, which also includes some of the civilian radars, maybe area control radar or maybe approach control radar.
Without laser tech, without the technology, without artificial intelligence also making its way into the frame, it's going to be very difficult. And you rightly pointed out how beautifully you put that up, for the viewers. Many thanks, Group Captain. We're going to leave it at that. Many thanks for taking out the time. Group Captain V.N. Jha, ladies and gentlemen. Project Kusha is still at the beginning of its journey, but just like the Group Captain was telling us, today's successful test marks an important milestone. Building a world-class air defense shield takes years of testing, integration and operational validation. Yet every successful trial brings India one step closer to securing its skies with technology designed, developed and built right here in our own backyard. We're going to slip into a quick commercial breather here, but don't go anywhere. On the other side of that break, with 2 very credible voices, we're going to decode what the E20 policy looks like right now. The government has come out and said there is going to be no return to E0 or E10. E20 is here to stay. So is premium petrol. So what is the choice going to be